Hi, welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. You'll have to excuse the slightly snuffly Roz today. I've woken up with a sniffle. I'm hoping that it is just some hay fever. It's been sort of wet and then warm, and the grasses are starting to grow, and there's lots of flowers out. It feels very early spring like, and hopefully it is just some pollen. I've taken a Telfast and it seems to be have eased up a little bit, but it better not be a cold. uh, a little bit sniffly. As I said, the weather has been quite spring-like, but we did have some very heavy rain the other day, like super heavy. And of course, it was the day that it started out warm, and I came over here without my coat, and it absolutely poured down. I just don't learn my lesson. That's happened to me numerous times now. So today's lovely, and I've bought my coat, so hopefully that means it won't rain. One afternoon, we had an amazing rainbow form because it was dark clouds and sun and rain all at once. This week, I haven't done too much farm wise, really. So, apart from just noticing how much it is definitely becoming very spring like and the amount of rain we have had in this past week, there's not that much to report. I have been super busy business wise. It's crazy to think that next week is September already. I'm actually not sure where the last few months have gone. If you've watched me here for any time, you'll know that I have a yearly planner up on my wall, month by month, and I mark out when things are happening and then work backwards from that. And that's what I have been doing. I have unwind classes on the 2nd of September, so I'm been working towards those. I've got a continental knitting for English style knitters in the morning on that day, and a toe-up sock class in the afternoon. There are still spots available as this goes live, so I will put a link below if you want to go and book your ticket for those. I'd love to see you there. The other thing I've been preparing for is the Romsey All About Fibre and Yarn Market, which is on the 17th of September. So all of the yarn dyeing that I've been doing these past few weeks is building up to have stock for that market for the springtime. Oh my God, yes, September, it'll be spring. So I've now dyed up all of those colorways, and now I have to reskein and get them ready. I'll show you the last batch that I've just finished. The last 4 colors that I needed to dye up for the flower series, I guess you would call it, was wattle, flowering gum, iris, and wildflowers. So I just need to reskein all of these. I also need to reskein some more wispy, my mohair silk blend yarn in some more solid colors. They're over with my winding stuff, and that is a job that I will be doing today. That all takes a lot of time. So even though I've had this all planned out, now that those markets and events are only a few weeks away, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I've got so much left to do. I'll get there. And I've had other ideas of things I want to get done. I want to get some DK mini skeins wound, I think, and I need to update my photo gallery for the display of all the projects from you guys that you send in. So if you've anything else that you've made, just remember to send me an email or tag me on Instagram so that I can add that to my photo gallery. I also am going to start dyeing my Christmas colorway because I want that to be at the Romsey market as well. I think that will be everyone's first look at what it will be. So I am doing my first batch of that probably tomorrow or over the weekend. I might do a little black and white, little quick sneak peek maybe if you follow me on Instagram, but I probably will not share the final color until Romsey on the 17th. I talked last week about rearranging my space and that I would probably give you guys a bit of a look around. I haven't done any more on that, and now that I've sort of realized that it's only a couple of weeks until classes and events, I probably won't do any more of that. The tidying up might drop down again, and it won't be until after I've done all the prep for that I'll end up finishing up in terms of my rearranging and workshop tour. So that will be coming hopefully maybe by the end of September. All right, so craft wise, I have not worked at all on my comfy jumper, but I do have four finished projects, three of which you've never seen before. So I was busy on some new, quick, short projects. The first thing I'll show you is the socks that I've been working on for quite a while, my Opal party socks. So I now have two super long finished socks, ends woven in and all. So they are now ready to wear. I'm excited to have those on. They will be great for in my gumboots. And I have plenty of the yarn left over, so I should be able to get myself a shorty pair of socks out of the leftovers. I won't match the stripes up, I don't think, for the second pair because the repeats are so long that I would end up having to cut out quite a bit of yarn to make them work. So I think I will just knit until I have a short pair of socks. I might even wind it down into a ball and knit two at a time and have them with the stripes going in opposite directions. Haven't decided yet, and they may not go on the needles for a little while, but that's those done. Next, I went to Unwind Craft Cafe last week for the monthly wine and cheese night, and everyone was buying Zilana Rimu, and I got on the bandwagon and I bought some too. They have a kit in store at the moment, which is for a set of mitts. I didn't want to do that because I had an idea for something that that Deb had asked me for, my sister. So she had asked if I could make her a headband that went just around and like covered the ears. And I thought if I did it in two color brioche, it'd be nice and thick and cozy. So I bought two skeins because I wanted to do two color brioche. It's the Zilana Rimu. And I got the spice colorway. And I also got the, what's it called? Powiwi pink. I started with the pink as ribbing, and then I did two color brioche, and then I finished with the orange or the spice color. I've already given it to her, so I only have photos to show you. It was really quick. It only took me an afternoon to make. I just made up the pattern myself, just using numbers from a hat pattern that I knew fit her head and just cast on slightly less than that. And then just did some two color brioche until it looked about the right size and bound it off. I still had quite a bit of each color left. I asked her if she wanted another one the same or slightly different, and she said just one would be enough. So I thought that I'm going to surprise her with a set of mitts to go with the headband. I have those because I just finished them yesterday and I haven't given them to her yet. They are called the Knitted Fingerless House Mitts by Knit Spin Weave. They're a simple garter stitch pattern. It's basically just a strip. You then do a few short rows for the thumb gusset, and then you just continue the strip again, and then seam it up, sort of like knit two together to like get a nice seam on the inside. So yeah, I made those in two sittings of knitting. It was really easy, nice mindless knitting, but they came out really well and they fit really nicely too. They come down a nice length and they also give you plenty of room to move your fingers around, but then you could definitely scrunch your hand up inside to get your fingers warm if you needed. And being the merino possum, it's lovely and warm. The other thing I made, I also don't have with me. So my dad has just had ankle surgery and he's in a cast, and so his toes are sticking out the top of the cast, and he said that they were getting cold. He was trying to put like a sock on, just like a sports sock, and it was not like keeping his feet was toe warm because it was sort of quite baggy and not conforming to the shape of his foot. So I got some Zilana sock yarn. I thought I had the tag with me, but I can't find it. I'm pretty sure this is called leather bound, and it's the sock version. I'll link below with the details of what the yarn is exactly. And I made him basically just the toe of a sock. So I just, started with Judy's Magic Cast on and did some increases out and then knit for a little bit and then did some ribbing so that it would sit over his cast. So it looks like just a toe with some ribbing or like a hat for your foot. Um, yeah, he was pretty pleased with that because it sits quite snugly like around the toe and then spreads out. So it's got some like contact directly with his toes to keep them warm while he's still in his cast. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you next week on the farm.